Welcome to our new video. Today we dive into a rather controversial topic, manipulation tactics that make women obsess over men. Now before we delve deep, let's clarify something. We're not advocating for manipulation. Rather, we're aiming to shed light on these psychological tactics that are often used unknowingly, or worse, with ill intentions. Manipulation tactics are deeply rooted in psychological principles, exploiting human compulsions and addictions. They create a sense of longing, craving, and anticipation, often triggering dopamine release, which is the brain's reward chemical. But why should you understand these tactics? Well, knowledge is power. By understanding these tactics, you can be aware of them when they're being used against you or someone you care about. It's about defense, not misuse. As we unravel these tactics, we hope you use this knowledge responsibly and ethically. The first tactic is the power of absence. Now let's dive into the psychological principle of longing and craving. You see, humans are wired to desire what's not readily available. It's like that last piece of cake in the fridge. You might not necessarily be hungry, but the mere thought that it might be gone the next time you check makes it all the more desirable. And so, when it comes to relationships, being less available can trigger a similar response. It's not about playing hard to get or ignoring someone outright, but rather about maintaining a healthy balance. When you're always available, you become as predictable as the sunrise, and that can lead to boredom. But if you create a sense of absence, a longing can develop. It's like taking a break from that song you've played one too many times. Suddenly you find yourself humming the tune, craving to hear it once more. That, my friends, is the power of absence. It intensifies the desire, creating a sense of anticipation and excitement. However, it's crucial to remember that absence should be a spice, not the main ingredient. Overdoing it can lead to feelings of neglect and insecurity. Like any powerful tool, it must be used with caution and respect. Remember, absence makes the heart grow fonder, but don't overdo it. Scene script. Next up is the thrill of unpredictability. Unpredictability, in its essence, is a captivating enigma that keeps us on our toes. It's like a riveting suspense novel, where you're eager to flip to the next page, yet apprehensive of what it might reveal. This same principle applies to human interactions, especially in the realm of attraction. Now let's delve into the science behind it. When faced with unpredictability, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This chemical reaction is a survival instinct, preparing us to anticipate and adapt to potential changes. That's why a surprise gift brings more joy than an expected one. The unpredictability stimulates our brain, triggering a dopamine rush, and voila, we're hooked. So, how does this apply to our interactions? By varying your responses, you can keep someone intrigued and maintain their interest. It's not about being inconsistent or unreliable, but rather adding a touch of mystery to your personality. Be spontaneous, surprise them with your actions, show varied interests. All these add to your unpredictability factor. But remember, while unpredictability can spark interest, it's crucial to strike a balance. You don't want to come across as erratic or indecisive. The trick is to maintain your core identity while adding a dash of unpredictability to keep things exciting. Unpredictability can be exciting, but it's important to maintain a balance. Before we continue, if you're finding this video interesting, please consider subscribing for more insights. We delve into the intriguing world of manipulation, among many other fascinating psychological phenomena. We unravel the complex dynamics of human interactions and behaviors one video at a time. So if you're as captivated by the human mind as we are, do hit that subscribe button. Your support fuels our creativity and enables us to continue producing content that gets you thinking. Your support helps us create more content for you. Now let's return to our discussion with the remaining tactics. It's important to remember that while these tactics can be effective, they should always be used responsibly and with respect for the other person's feelings. Next on our list is the principle of scarcity. This tactic leverages the psychological bias that people place more value on things that are scarce or hard to obtain. In the context of relationships, this could mean deliberately creating a sense of scarcity around your time or attention. This can make you appear more desirable, as the other person may start to perceive your attention as something valuable and worth pursuing. However, it's crucial to balance this tactic with genuine care and respect, as overuse can lead to feelings of frustration and resentment. Moving on, let's explore the fear of loss. This tactic is based on the psychological principle known as loss aversion, which is the idea that people are more motivated to avoid losses than to achieve equivalent gains. In a relationship context, this could mean subtly reminding the other person of what they stand to lose if the relationship were to end. However, this tactic should be used sparingly and with great care. as it can easily cross into manipulative territory if not handled sensitively. Now let's talk about the power of mystery. This tactic taps into the innate human curiosity and the thrill of the unknown. By keeping some aspects of your life or personality a mystery, you can create an aura of intrigue that keeps the other person interested and wanting to know more. However, ensure this doesn't turn into deceit or dishonesty. Honesty is still the best policy. Lastly, we have the tactic of exclusivity. This tactic works by making the other person feel special or chosen, by treating them differently from others. This can create a strong emotional bond and can make the other person feel valued and important. However, it's important to ensure that this tactic is not used to isolate or control the other person, as this can lead to unhealthy dynamics. These tactics, while potent, should be used with caution and respect for others' feelings. It's also important to note that genuine connections are built on mutual respect, understanding, and authenticity. While these tactics can help spark interest or create initial attraction, the foundation of a lasting relationship should always be genuine love and respect. We've now explored 7 dark and manipulative tactics. We've journeyed through the power of absence, the thrill of unpredictability, and the other intriguing strategies that, when used unethically, can create obsession. These tactics are potent, rooted in psychological principles of compulsions and addictions, and they are not to be taken lightly. Let's take a moment to recap. We talked about the power of absence, and how not always being available can create a sense of longing and craving. We discussed the thrill of unpredictability, and how anticipation can trigger dopamine release. We also delved into the remaining tactics, each as compelling and potentially damaging as the last. But here's the thing, these tactics, as dark and manipulative as they may be, are not inherently bad. Like any tool, they can be used for good or ill. It's all about how we choose to use them. If used ethically, these tactics can help build strong, meaningful, and balanced relationships. If not, they can lead to obsession, addiction, and emotional turmoil. So as we wrap up, we urge you to use this knowledge responsibly. Use it to understand human behavior, to build better relationships, to improve your social skills, but never use it to exploit or harm others. Which of these strategies intrigued you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Remember, knowledge is power, but it's how we use it that truly defines us.